All right, welcome in. This is Off the Radar. I'm meteorologist Ryan Weekman, joined on the big couch here, meteorologist Matt Willoughby, meteorologist Kaylee Bowers. Good to see you guys again. Hi.
Hello.
Good to see you.
Welcome back.
A little bit different. We're sitting down today.
Chilling.
We're going to have some special guests joining us here in just a little bit, so we needed a little couch space today, all right?
You know them. We somewhat love them.
I think we love them. Yeah, come on.
Something
All
you
right.
don't want to miss for sure.
All right, we're going to geek out big time for today.
Ooh.
We're going to start off the show the way we always do, right?
Yes.
As always.
You guys ready for the top three?
That is our
Let's do
top
it.
three. So our first one, we are heading to Northern California.
Okay.
Where we talk about,
Oh, I bet I know what this one is.
what do you think it is?
Something we don't experience very often around here, right?
Something that happened over the weekend.
Yeah.
Not only,
What's shaking?
I don't know. Why don't we check out this video? It's pretty
Yeah.
interesting. Like what Ryan said,
not what I was thinking.
that is not the right video, but that's okay. But we will be talking about fires in California later on, but what you don't see very well is it is shaking. The camera's shaking. We saw earthquake, a magnitude 7 earthquake in Northern California over the weekend.
Wow.
And along with that, a tsunami warning too.
This is what I found very interesting because the earthquake was just offshore of California, correct? And I saw a video of people that obviously had to go to higher ground to prepare for that. That would be a scary situation. I think all of us remember the Christmas Day tsunami from the early 2000s. We obviously remember what happened in Japan several years ago.
Yes.
And so when those tsunami warnings come out, boy, you really, it
Gotta act fast.
piques your interest,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, for sure.
So when I was in college, I was actually in an earthquake.
You were?
At OU, I was on the 4th floor of my dorm, and all of a sudden everything just starts shaking, and what is going on?
What was it like?
I mean, it was over very quickly, but we were just more confused than scared.
Matt, have you ever experienced an earthquake?
I have not experienced an earthquake at all.
I felt one very small. It was here. I was in Toledo at the time, and I was sitting in a chair in my backyard, and literally the chair felt like somebody tried to almost pull it out from under you, like just a little bit. And I was like, "What was that?"
Did you look behind you to see if there was anybody there?
Yeah, there was obviously nobody there, and I go, "I think there was," and found out it was like a 2.0 earthquake. But I was
Yeah.
like, "Earthquake!" Because I've never experienced it before. So check that one off.
It's
the list.
very interesting for sure, but something I bet you may not have experienced.
Yeah, what's that?
You talk about snow.
Yeah.
Talk about thunderstorms.
But what about thunder snow?
Let's go to Michigan.
All right, so let's check out this video that's from Michigan.
Whoa.
The sound is what does it, right?
Sounds
So the
crazy.
snow's coming down so heavy. Yes, if you've never seen this before, this is thunder snow during an intense band of heavy snow. This is coming off of Lake Michigan. Sometimes bands of snow here during thunder snow can reach 2 to 4 inches per hour. And Kaylee, to answer your question, I have experienced thunder snow
What?
on
How was
several
that?
occasions, actually.
Really?
Like a kid in a candy store.
Of
That's
course.
what it's
I can
like.
only imagine.
The most intense band of thunder snow I was in what's called the Groundhog's Day blizzard. I worked at the time back in Illinois, in Quincy, Illinois, and we got a snowstorm that brought us 22 inches of snow, and during one of the hours,
Oh, that sound is frightening.
isn't it? We had 4 inches of snow in 1 hour. It was the coolest thing weather-wise I've ever seen in my entire life. I've seen tornadoes, seen big storms, but thunder snow,
That much snow falling in an hour.
it was
Man.
awesome.
That's a lot of snow.
It is a lot of snow with 40-mile-an-hour winds as well. So not a storm that I'll forget for sure.
That's really cool. I like that a lot.
neat.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I
it's
like
just,
it.
I feel like it's not life-changing, but it's just one of those memorable things where you're like, oh my goodness, that's.
And you have to be close by. You know how many times during springtime thunderstorms, we talk about the thunder rolling and rumbling for a long distance? Because snow obviously insulates a little bit, that sound doesn't travel as far. So you do have to be close to that lightning strike to actually experience
Wow.
that sound of thunder. Our producer Alexa saying she heard it last week as well. That's right, when we had that
Yes.
snowburst coming on
Yeah.
through.
Yes.
Where are you, Alexis? Hello.
Tim's working
Like
on
a
it.
voice. All right, there.
The voice
That's
is from
right,
above.
because we had that snowburst come through. It only gave like an inch of snow in some places. This is our dark director's booth right here. You can see how dark it is.
Alexis is on dark side.
Scary.
This is a little scary with you there.
We need a light.
What was
Well,
it like,
I
Alexis?
heard it last week on Thursday when we had the alert
I get the
day.
light.
Hello.
There we go. Oh,
look
let
at
there be
that.
light.
Perfect
If
timing.
you're wondering how planned Off the Radar is, here you go.
You never know what to expect.
Yeah, no, last Thursday when we had the alert day and all the, I don't know what it's called when the snow comes through
Snow
really
squall.
fast.
Snow squall.
Squalls. See, that's why you guys do this. It it happened. It was like 10:30. We were watching it out the window, and then I got back in bed, and we heard the thunder, and I was like, "Oh my God, it's thunderstorm! They said we could have thunderstorm. We have thunderstorm." It was really cool.
It's I don't know why it makes you kind of giddy, right? You're like, ooh,
Yeah,
it's cool.
It's like something you don't think it could happen, and it did. And it was like, oh,
Aw.
yeah.
Have you experienced earthquake, Tim? Our director, Alexis?
I have actually experienced thunder snow, I think. There's a famous clip on YouTube, but I'm not in yet.
We can hear you, don't worry. This is our radio edition of Off the Radar.
There's a famous clip with Jim Cantori from the Weather Channel where he's like,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
the, thunder snow. He's like, wow, and he like freaks out.
Goes
It's
crazy.
pretty funny.
That was me in my bedroom last week.
Awesome.
That's really cool. Now we have another really cool thing that Matt wants to talk about.
Yeah.
What do you got?
We got Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Where do you
Oh,
go?
really?
three.
September.
Yeah.
Back out
exactly.
to
Not in September,
California.
but in December. This was something that we were looking at yesterday, actually. We take some of that video. There's a brush fire out in Malibu, and I was just telling Kaylee yesterday, I was like, I've actually been around this area. I've been to California a couple of times. Yeah. But yeah, it's just insane to see how, just insane how hilly and elevated these areas are. But yeah, this was a brush fire, and over 1,000 acres have already burned with this wildfire out into Malibu, California.
So I've never been on the West Coast. I've never made it further than like Las Vegas or Phoenix out that way. I've seen the video, obviously, and you can see the video here. You're saying this is like super hilly area?
Yeah, so you have the city of Los Angeles, but if you keep going, there's an interstate that travels along the beach, beautiful views up to Malibu, and that's where Pepperdine is. And then if you go within the mountains, there's some narrow roads up there.
And that's where we'll see a lot of these
beautiful
fires.
views though
Ooh.
too. Yeah.
That's just intense.
Now, okay, so we'll have to keep an eye out because sometimes we get these intense wildfires that happen. We get fire tornadoes that happen as well. So we'll keep our eye out for video of that and certainly hope that those firefighters can keep things pretty contained.
Yes.
Oh, there's just so much this time of year you don't expect sometimes.
Exactly. I love this. We went from West Coast, East Coast, West Coast. So our big three goes all across the country every single week. You can count on Off the Radar. We'll bring you some of the best videos. Now, coming up, 30 seconds. They're standing by. We're going to have our special guest join us for the first
Don't
time.
miss
Our
it.
guest here on Off the Radar. Make sure that you stay with us. We'll be right back. And voila, just like that, our couch got a little more full.
Aww.
Chief Meteorologist Chris Vickers, John Birchfield, thanks
More
for
the
joining
merrier.
us.
It's like we're all family.
Got the whole family with us this
We got
morning.
the whole family together.
So what are we watching?
Christmas movies?
Yeah. Oh, no,
Tell
that
me
was
more.
last
I
week's
know,
episode.
I saw the
Sorry.
episode. We debated for days after that.
What'd you go with?
I stand by that you can't just pick one.
I agree. You
have
got to
to
have
for
a
the
top.
show.
I had a
top
top,
three,
I
maybe
had a top
top five.
three. Christmas Vacation, I think, is number one.
Yeah.
Tops on the list. We
Did
just
we have
watched
that on the list?
No.
I don't think we did.
Right,
Yeah, that's
and I was
surprising.
shocked. Don't ask Matt Willoughby about that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, when's the last time you saw that?
I actually haven't seen it, John.
Next up there, Home Alone is just.
Yes.
I did agree with
course.
Ryan's
That's
choice
a good one.
there.
Thank
and
you.
maybe some version of the Grinch. You could go back to the original, or maybe even the Jim Carrey.
We have our
version.
own Grinch here today. Look at this shirt
Right.
we've got on here,
Are you
Kaylee.
calling me a Grinch?
Staring
No,
at us.
not you. Just your wardrobe and attitude and outfit and everything else. Okay,
Now
so this is going along with your Christmas sweaters or outfits that you've been wearing all month long, right?
Yeah, I have quite a few Christmas sweaters, and this was very fitting because it's green. It doesn't work well on the green screen, and I showcased that on Good Day earlier today, and it was, the Grinch was watching you, and that was it,
So be naughty, not nice.
if you want to.
That's the Grinch, right?
If you want a lump of gold,
we
look at
turned it
that.
purple.
Wow.
Look at that.
Oh, because it's the green screen. Perfect. We could.
The Grinch caused the earthquake.
It's perfect with the eyes like that. So, if you're wondering, we all get together infrequently. We all have different schedules, of course. But today we're going to be producing a pretty special show.
Very excited about this. So
Yes.
we talked with the team over the past several weeks, and Matt and I started off with this idea saying, you know, we've had what I'm going to argue is one of the most tremendous years, not only weather-wise, but overall celestial events. And we're going to showcase the top 11 weather events. Don't give it away, but you guys probably have number one in your mind, right?
I think
No.
so.
Yeah.
Pretty
I have
good
one.
idea. But I mean, there's a lot of things that happened this year.
It was tough to narrow it down this year because not only do we have the usual meteorological events, but the stargazers have really had a good year as well. Giving a little hint at what some of those items may include.
Sometimes we put together this top 10 list at the end of the year, at top 11 in our case, and we're like, we get to like 6 or 7, we're like, oh, what else could we put in this list? This year we were like cramming to put less in because there's so much that
So
happened.
much happened.
So a little tease on that too as well, because there was so much more.
Yeah.
Matt was a star in one of our honorable mention events that
Wonder
you
what it
may
could be.
remember, and we'll showcase and we'll highlight that as well. We're going to have some fun with this
Yeah.
too. We're going to laugh a little bit, but we're also going to have a jam-packed program that showcases everything that happened over the past 365 days or so. And I
Mother
think it'll be
Nature has
amazing.
kept us on our toes, and it's been a really exciting year to be a meteorologist, and we've been happy to share this amazing year with you.
All right, well, we're happy to share the couch with you
Yeah,
here for all
it's
3 hours. We don't
comfortable.
bring, I would say we don't bring the couch out very often.
Hello, hi.
Put the Grinch eyes. You're supposed to
Wait.
put the Grinch eyes.
There we go. There we go.
You're a mean one. Mr. Weatherman.
Weather Grinch.
So we're obviously having a great time. We're glad that you're along for this special edition of Off the Radar. We're going to be back next Wednesday. We record this and we are live every Wednesday. We'll have some more viewer photos to share with you, so submit those over on the WTOL 11 weather app. For now, this is Off the Radar. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.